Now, all this week, Clive Myrie has been reporting from the Royal London Hospital, which has been inundated with COVID patients. In his final report, he looks at the cost of the pandemic on both patients and medics alike, with staff working under greater pressure than at any time in the history of the NHS. Just to warn you that Clive's report, filmed with camera journalist David McIlveen and producer Sam Piranty, is upsetting and does contain flashing images.
Hello, am I speaking to Shamina? Well, my name is Dr. Healy. I'm ringing you up from the Royal London Hospital. It's about your husband, Asif.
Consultant Mari Healy's words will sting. One of her COVID patients isn't doing well in intensive care.
He's quite sick. He could die from this, by the way. I'm sorry to have to say that.
We've only been married for 2 years.
He's the light of your life?
He is. You know, he's never been away from me for even a day.
This is Shamima, who already knows loss in this pandemic.
On your wedding day?
Yeah, on our wedding day.
Her brother-in-law was buried last month, a victim of COVID-19. And this week her father-in-law died from the virus.
It has, yeah.
Now her husband's life hangs precarious. It is a feature of the second wave that whole families have been blighted.
We feel so empty, like for me not to have my husband by my side. Life is too short and, you know, you want to spend it with your loved ones, because I have to be strong for my mother-in-law, I have to be strong for my sister-in-law. You know, they kind of rely on me, and if I break down, then, you know, I don't know what's going to happen to the family.
Asif lies limp, one of close to 4,000 people across the UK now breathing with the aid of a machine due to COVID-19. That's more than 4,000 families praying for the best, fearing the worst, lives on hold. The NHS is a family too, and it's mourned its own. More than 200 frontline staff have died in the pandemic.
And see you because they didn't want to get you tired.
Senior charge nurse Dom Wood at the Royal London feared he wouldn't make it after contracting the virus over Christmas.
I was doing everything I could to try and deep breathe and everything that I tell everyone to do, and that was quite a scary moment. Because, you know, you see it's obviously with the first wave and the second wave I've seen what can happen. It's scary.
We're all scared that the gravediggers will keep working due to COVID. This cemetery in northeast London has had to expand because of the pandemic dead. Today, across the UK, more than 94,000. That's over 20,000 more than the number of civilians who died in our country in World War II. We're all scared that things will get worse before they get better. We're all scared of the cruel ripples of the pandemic, lockdowns, mental health problems, economic shock. So where's the light? Martin Griffiths is a consultant trauma surgeon at the Royal London, more used to dealing with gunshot wounds and stabbings. Now he's helping out, giving people vaccine jabs.
What do you think of anti-vaxxers?
They have my thoughts and prayers. They're wrong. They're so wrong. And either by a lack of knowledge, a lack of understanding, or unwillingness to accept the reality of what we're seeing, they're actively contributing to the detriment of our society.
Next, please.
Salvation, then, at the end of a needle. And maybe soon we'll all be able to smile. It's true, the NHS is here for us from cradle to grave, part of the origin myth of post-war modern Britain. But coronavirus has given us a glimpse into a dark future, a time when the men and women of the service can't help everyone as they would like. Is that the true lesson of this pandemic? That to see the NHS crumble means losing a part of who we are? Clive Myrie, BBC News.